Hey Cardinals, it is lesson 7 time. We'll be doing the getting started today. On page 60, you need to tape in lesson 7 objectives. On page 61, you're going to be adding your vocabulary for this lesson. And then on page 62, we'll be using that page to do all of your getting starting work. The focus question for this lesson is, what happens to energy when two objects collide? And we're adding something new today. We're adding vocabulary. Magnitude is the size of something. So as you're working today, you want to include the word magnitude in your conversations and in your work. The introduction today, you're going to want to read this. This is on textbook page 104 and in your notebook page 60. Getting you thinking about collisions and Newton's laws and what happens to the energy. And then understand that your getting started objective is applying the law of conservation of energy to explain energy transfer during a collision. So we'll be colliding objects the next few days. You have 6 different vocabulary to add on your vocab page, which is your notebook, page 61. You need to skip a line between each of them. The vocab words are conservation of energy, energy transfer, energy transformation, momentum, formula for momentum, and conservation of momentum. So all of those vocabulary words are your responsibility to write your definitions as you're working on them and include any diagrams or pictures that you would find helpful. As you work through getting started, there are 5 steps. The first one, as always, is just reminding you to read carefully through your lesson and complete your work neatly and accurately. You'll be using some of this information in later lessons, so keeping your information accurate and readable is really important. And then the second one is just getting you thinking about forces and magnitude and how they're exerted in opposite directions. And then you're going to want to revisit some words in your glossary to find those definitions. And then there is a couple questions to answer in your notebook. Step 3 is reading 2 different articles, conservation of energy, and then a second article, energy transfer and energy transformation. Those would contain a number of vocabulary words that you'll want to get on your vocab page. And with that, there are 3 sets of questions that you'll need to answer. 4 is taking a look at the rubber stopper cars that we'll be using the next couple days. These are the cars, but they have a little bumper on them. Just understanding we'll be using these, so getting you exposed to those. And then finally, you're going to be using a ramp within your investigations and a safety warning that the metal bumpers are sharp and they can spring. So finally, you'll have an exit slip thinking about collisions and describing the objects during those collisions. So your to-do list for today includes the 5 steps from our getting started, including reading conservation of energy and the other article, energy transfer and energy transformation, remembering to keep your vocabulary in the front of your mind, writing that kind of stuff down. Once you've done the 5 getting started, you're going to want to revisit your vocabulary and make sure you have those down for this unit. You have an exit slip, and when you get time at the end, you should read and prep for investigation 7.1, which is colliding objects with the same mass. We'll be doing that tomorrow, and you're going to want to have your notebook all prepped because it is a long and intense lab. If you have any questions, please let your teacher know. Have a good day, Cardinals.